Yes,
Yes,
Attorney Mac,
Your
please.
Honor, Madam Chair. I just want to point out that indeed the COMELEC cannot act and should never act anymore on initiative. Patay na ang initiative sa ngayon kasi as stated by the Honorable Chair, there is already an injunction made by the Supreme Court. As a matter of fact, the Supreme Court said the COMELEC is permanently enjoined. Very clear ang sabi ng Supreme Court sa Santiago case. COMELEC should be permanently enjoined from entertaining or taking cognizance of any petition for initiative on amendments of the Constitution until a sufficient law have been validly enacted. To date, there is no valid law that has been enacted. Therefore, any act of the COMELEC on matters pertaining to initiative, even a review of old rules or regulations, should not be made. That will be ultra vires, that will be unauthorized, because there is a permanent injunction. Now, there is also this matter of right to privacy by some contributors or supporters of the initiative. I think the right of privacy cannot be invoked by these supporters or contributors because they have signed as part of the initiative. They were proponents, they were contributors. And what did they state in the proposition that they have signed? They stated, among others, that we fully understand the proposition which were explained to us in our own dialect, and we are aware of its advantages as well as its consequences and effects as we have read the full text and contents thereof. Therefore, if the matter of if they would be asked to reveal their names as contributors, then they could not escape that particular liability because they themselves admitted that they are well aware of the consequences and effects of signing a petition for this initiative. Kaya itong initiative, siguro pwede nang ilibing sa limot muna sapagkat marami pang dapat na ayusin ang ating mga mababatas.
Thank you very much,
Maraming
Attorney
salamat.
Mac, for reminding us that, in fact, an injunction is contained in the Santiago ruling, which we should
Permanent
honor to the
injunction.
present day. Yes, Attorney Abisado, what was that?
Just a very quick reply from PIRMA, Madam Chair. With all due respect to my idol, Attorney Rolly Macalintal, and also the good Chairman and Commissioners of the COMELEC, it is PIRMA's constitutional right to push for people's initiative. Not even the COMELEC, with all due respect, can kill that right. And the persons, our contributors, are not proponents. So they are not covered by the signature form that was read by Attorney Macalintal. Yun lang po, maraming salamat.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator Risa, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Further to Attorney Macalintal's point, donors should reveal themselves. Unless talagang iba ang funder, unless iba yung tiga-pirma. No? So just for the record, Madam Chair. May I continue my
Yes,
questions to
and
Chair Garcia?
I would, oh, so sorry. I
It's
would
all right,
also
Madam Chair.
like to offer the Senate's protection through an executive session, perhaps, or even a witness protection possibility. We have done this before for whistleblowers and such, and we are perfectly happy to do the same for your donors.
Madam Chair, thank you. May I continue my questions to Chair Garcia? Yes, Madam Chair.
Mission of documents, can we carry on later?
Yes, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'd just like to put this aside. We thank the SEC, your representatives are here, I believe, and we are given to understand that, in fact, PIRMA no longer exists as of February 10, 2004. Is that correct?
Yes, Madam Chair. Their certificate of registration has been revoked since February 10, 2004.
So when was this, in fact, registered?
The PIRMA was registered or incorporated on March 12, 1997, Madam Chair.
So from 1997 to the date that you revoked their incorporation in 2004, I understand that the reglementary requirements, the documents that are reportorial requirements were not submitted. Is that correct? And for that reason, you therefore revoke its incorporation?
Yes, Madam Chair. Since the time of their incorporation, they have not submitted any reportorial requirements with the SEC based on our records.
Who do you have as the directors of this corporation, please? Yes, you have
Madam,
Mr. Pedrosa, I understand, Policarpio. Is that what, am I reading properly here?
Yes, Madam Chair. Mr.
Ontario.
Alberto Pedrosa, Mr. Alfonso Policarpio,
Yes.
Ms. Eliza Salapantan, Mr. Horacio Montefrio, and Ms. Carmen Pedrosa.
Yes, and they have never reported or updated their documents with the SEC.
Yes, Madam Chair. What we only have are their articles of incorporation and bylaws that they submitted at the time of their incorporation.
The name of Mr. Noel Oñate does not occur?
None, Madam Chair, at the time of their incorporation.
The name of the attorney, Anthony Abad, does not occur?
None, Madam Chair.
Nor is counsel, Ghana Incorporated, Ghana and Partners in any of the listings. Is that correct?
Yes, Madam Chair, none.
I understand. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Oñate, please, and the rest who have come as representatives of PIRMA, what is your participation in this non-existent corporation?
Madam Chair, with regards to the corporate registration of PIRMA, may we inform the committee that we made submissions in the online portal of the SEC updating the email and the contact persons. And after that, we are expecting a reply, hopefully giving us a schedule.
Kailan po yun, Attorney Abisado?
It was made through an email, Memorandum Circular 28 submission portal,
Kailan nga?
February, just this February, Madam Chair.
So pagkatapos lang ng hearing. Kasi
Yes,
ang kukulit
yes,
ng
Madam
mga
Chair,
senador.
because it took time for Mr. Oñate to speak with his former associates in PIRMA, and we are, as soon as we are given the go signal with the
You are going
assessment.
to update the website of a corporation that has not been in existence for 20 years.
You are correct, Madam Chair, but the process
Wala
is,
na to. Multo na to.
the process is, Madam Chair,
Wala
we
nang
submit,
pirma, 20 anyos na. Ano pang pagpipilitan natin dito?
that will lead to the filing of a petition for reinstatement once we were able to comply with the requirements and the payment of the penalties. That is our expectation from the SEC, Madam Chair, based on the rules of the SEC. Thank you.
Tama po ba yun? Pagkatapos ng 2 dekada na hindi nagsasubmit ng anumang papel, buhay pa yung korporasyon?
Ma'am, the proper process is they should have filed a petition to lift the order of revocation and not submit any the compliance for MC28 that was been mentioning by Attorney Avisado.
So, Attorney
Because the-
Abisado, I think the SEC is questioning your legal competence.
No, not really.
Madam Chair, we cannot file a petition for reinstatement unless we update through this portal. Online submissions lang po lahat sa SEC. So we started updating. The next stage would be to submit the names, the new directors of
Attorney
PIRMA.
Abisado, you should be warned. Huwag mong tuturuan ng SEC ng trabaho nila. Baka mas
hindi po.
ma-trouble tayo nito.
Hindi po, never
Baka
my
ilibing
intention,
na
Madam
yung
Chair.
pirma na yan.
Hindi
Patay
po.
na nga, lilibing
Naghihintay
pa.
nga ho kami, nakikiusap kami, naghihintay kami na hopefully mapagbigyan at magbigyan ho kami ng assessment of the penalties which would allow us, once we pay, which would allow us to file a petition for reinstatement. Yun
Madam
lang po.
Chair? Madam Chair?
Yes, Senator Binay.
Hindi, naguguluhan lang ho ako, Attorney Abisado, dun sa timeline nyo eh. Nag-initiate kayo ng People's Initiative, pero hindi pa pala ayos yung documentation ng pirma nyo. Di ba dapat nag-due diligence muna kayo kung talagang may entity na pirma?
Baka naman last minute lang to pahabol. May nakaalala na may pirma dati. At saka, kinaladkad na lang si Mr. Oñate na napakabait eh, nag-volunteer na rin.
Di ba, Madam
Ganun
Chair?
ba yun?
So, if Pirma
Ang
does
gulo
not...
eh, ba't walang
Senator
papel
Binay.
eh?
Diba, if- well,
Walang
technic-
korporasyon, walang papel, walang resibo. Ano ba to? Lahat kababalagan?
Hindi. So, ang tanong, if Pirma does not exist, it does not exist dahil wala na, revoked na siya by the SEC. So, sino yung entity na nag-initiate na itong People's Initiative?
Madam Chair, Senator Binay, to answer your question, totoo po yung observations ninyo. When we check the status of PIRMA, we knew na canceled na po yung registration. And we also knew that it would take a while bago po kami makapag-file ng petition for reinstatement. When we checked the rules, we
Kaya
found
nga,
out that
pero
for
bakit-
purposes of a PI, Senator Marcos,
Yes, Attorney
it's only a
Abisado.
registered voter that is required to file for People's Initiative. And we are hoping by the time we file the petition, baka nga po umabot na kami doon sa part na makapagbayad na ho kami ng...
Hindi sana hindi na
ng,
ninyo ginamit yung pirma. Yung mga individual names na lang ang dinatag. People naman ito eh. Basta may tao doon na nakapirma, ayos na yon. Ba't pa kinaladkad yung pirma? Bakit ginamit-gamit pa itong kalansay na korporasyon na patay na?
We understand your observation, Madam Chair. Advocacy ho kasi ni Mr. Oñate ang
Hindi ba
PIRMA. He
last
started
minute
it
lang? Parang
1997.
nakaladkad na lang to ng last minute para may mukha, para may pangalan. Ganun ba yon?
Hindi
Kasi
po.
parang
Mr.
hindi naman-
Oñate can answer, Madam Chair.
Hindi, kasi parang nahuli lahat ng dokumento, hindi pa incorporated, biglaan to. Sino ba at bakit kayo nagmamadali? Sabi mo nga, dapat nagpetisyon pa, dapat nag-ayos muna sa SEC, dapat nagsabit na sangkatutak na dokumento para ma-revive yung korporasyon. Bakit minadali?
Madam Chair, hindi po kami nagmadali. In fact, we want to clarify. Wala ho kaming deadline. Our deadline is once we reach the minimum required by the COMELEC.
Madam Chair?
May
Person.
deadline po kayo ha. Yung January 32 p.m. ha. Nakalampas na kayo ng
Madam
ilang
Chair?
beses.
Hindi,
Okay,
pwede matanong
Senator
lang ho
Binay.
yung COMELEC. Kasi di ba, ilang percent na ho yung nag-submit ng 3%?
Based on the submitted certification that we submitted to this committee, Madam Chair, 211 po na legislative district out of the 253
And
legislative
out of,
districts.
and that 211, PIRMA yung nag-submit?
Wala po kaming alam, Madam Chair, kung pirma yon sapagkat sa bawat municipal election officers and city election officers, Madam Chair, may nagdadala po, and then of course, yung proponent o yung tao ng proponent, kasama na po yung pangalan na na-mention po doon sa mismong signature sheets at saka signature form.
Pero Chair, ang tanong, dahil dun sa Davao, sinabi po ng election officer na ang nagbigay daw yung mga abogado ng pirma. Tapos inako naman ng abogado ng pirma, sila daw yung legal counsel ng pirma. So, ano ang nire-represent ng Gana Abisado? Nalilito na ako dito.
Madam
Since
Chair.
non-existent nga. Senator
Yes,
Binay.
Chair Garcia, is it possible for you to submit to the committee yung 211, kung sino yung nag-submit?
Yes, Madam Chair, the certifications, all the certifications were submitted to this committee. Nandun din po yung mga names kung sino ang nagpa-receive sa Commission on Election sa bawat local COMELEC namin.
Yes, thank you very much, Chairman Garcia. We will await
Madam
that
Chair.
submission as well. Yes, Senator Risa.
Since Chair Garcia's on board again, if I could ask my next question to him.
Sige,
Salamat, Madam
hihirit
Chair.
na lang ako for the last documentary submission
Yes, Madam Chair.
from the past hearing, and that was for the BIR to submit whatever they had on record, and apparently nothing is on record. Perhaps you can help us with Mr. Oñate's ITR, baka nandun sa kanyang gastusin.
Ma'am, if they can provide us the names of the donors, we can search for the information asked by the committee.
Si Mr. Oñate naman narito at buong-buo naman yung pangalan niya, baka naman matulungan ninyo kami sa kanyang mga gastusin.
Unfortunately, ma'am, kasi meron tayong yung section 270 under the tax code. The BIR can be penalized if we share any information in any returns filed by a taxpayer po.
Okay, so,
Unless may consent po na willing sila po na...
ayan ang hihingin natin kay Mr. Oñate.
Okay, ma'am.
Oh, sige, salamat. Palibasa siya na rin na nag-volunteer. Baka tuloy-tuloy na niya i-volunteer. Maraming salamat po. Senator Risa, please.
Yamanak, Madam Chair. Back to Chair Garcia po. Sinabi niyo po nung nandito kayo nung unang hearing na ang daming issues sa fake PI na to at hindi niyo po alam paano i-address. Klarong-klaro yung dahilan, kulang ng enabling law at inamin nyo mismo na kulang din yung rules. Kaya po ninyo isinuspinde yung pag-apply nun, paggamit nun. So, tama po ba, Chair Garcia, sa ngayon na wala ngang batas para habulin ng COMELEC yung mga bumibili ng pirma di umano para sa People's Initiative?
Madam Chair, yes. During our last hearing, before the hearing in Davao, the COMELEC said that if we are going to read the Omnibus Election Code po, lumalabas po, Madam Chair, na wala pa po tayong pumapasok na election period at dahil po wala pa election period, wala pa po yung kapangyarihan ng COMELEC to punish for violation of the election law. Ngayon po, ang pinakamalapit po na nakikita natin na violation kung sakaling gumamit ng public fund ay ang Republic Act 3019 ng ating pong Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, ang Republic Act 6730 ng Ethical Standard for Government Officials and Employees, ang Revised Penal Code, yung pong ating malversation of public fund, and such other provision of the Omnibus Election Code. At maaari po, kung sakasakali magkakaroon ng legislation, maisama po na maging kapangyarihan ng COMELEC yung pong pag-punish naman ng acts committed katulad po dito sa People's Initiative because there is a principle in law that there is no crime if there is no law punishing it. Ang tawag po natin doon nullium crimen nulla pena sine lege. If there is no crime, there is no, so that act cannot be punished if there is no law. Yun po yung hinihintay po ng Commission on Election. Hindi po nakasama, Madam Chair, yung mga yung paghingi o pagkuha ng signatures in a pirma petition.
O pagkuha ng mga pirma in a PI for monetary consideration, yung pagbayad para dito, o pagbili ng pirma ng ating mga mamamayan.
Tama po kayo,
botante.
Madam Chair. Tama
And
po kayo.
yung sinabi nyo nga po, Chair, na kung kung may maipasa na ang legislature. So, sinasabi nyo po na yun nga mismo ang trabaho namin sa legislature, gumawa ng batas na susundin naman o ipatutupad naman ng isang constitutional body tulad ng COMELEC.
Tama po, Madam Chair. At yun po yung kadahilanan kung bakit mukhang kakailanganin din po ng amendment talaga ng Republic Act 6735.
Salamat, Chair. At kung ganon, yung trabaho namin, gumawa ng batas na kayo ang magpapatupad. So ang trabaho nyo naman ng COMELEC is to administer and enforce election laws, not at any time to create them out of thin air.
Tama po, Madam Chair. And yun po yung kadahilanan kung bakit yung po mga kakulangan sa aming pong guidelines ay hindi namin basta pwedeng mag-ilagay kahit pasabihin natin for specificity purposes sapagkat we cannot rise above the source. So dapat po muna mayroong batas na ipapatupad po ng Commission on Elections.
Opo. So ang isang lupon ng guidelines ng COMELEC ay hindi katumbas ng isang batas. Sabi nyo nga po, guidelines cannot rise above their source. Isang batas, lalo na kung wala pang source. Kung wala pang sapat na batas na, sabi nyo nga po, kami po sa lehislatura ang maglilikha noon.
Tama po kay Madam Chair. Yun po yung kadahilan na punot dulo ng suspension ng komisyon ng rules at lahat ng proceedings patungkol sa People's Initiative.